Welcome to the Official Personality Guru. Getting over someone who helped us experience love at least one time in our lives is never easy. Being heartbroken can take a toll on physical and mental health, but the condition is rarely fatal. That said, dissolving a valued relationship is always painful. Mediator personalities are compassionate people who have an immense capacity to forgive others. They find it easy to be kind and generous, but this can lead them to take all the blame for a breakup. Forgiveness is a wonderful thing. This charitable attitude only becomes problematic if, in the name of kindness and generosity, too much of the fault for the breakup ends up on their shoulders. Since mediators are more likely to leave a terminated relationship feeling dejected and defeated anyway, they certainly don't need to pile undeserved blame on top of those painful feelings. Today, let's talk about INFP post-breakup and dealing with the end of a relationship. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the Official Personality Guru and ring the bell icon to get regular updates on our latest uploads. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. Enduring heartbreak is something most everyone has to go through at some point in our lives. While it is a part of life and a very common human experience, that doesn't make it any easier to get through it. Each person has their process and needs to go through their breakup in certain ways to move on and really cope with what is going on inside of them. It is important to understand ourselves better so that we can figure out the best way to heal from heartbreak. When it comes to dealing with a breakup, the feeling dominant types such as the INFP can take this much differently. This doesn't mean they become complete messes in the fact of heartbreak. It just means their process is different and needs to be handled in their way and in their own time. INFPs are focused on their emotions and inner feelings, so breakups can certainly be challenging for them to go through. While other types might push these feelings aside and try to be logical, the INFP can't simply do this. They feel things very deeply, and so understanding themselves better is an important step toward finding the best ways of coping with their pain. How they cope. INFPs are naturally focused on their inner emotions, which can make it difficult to endure a breakup at first. When the first wave of emotions hit them, it can feel all-consuming and overpowering. The INFP feels like they are being torn apart and might lose hope that their future can be fulfilling without this person they were so in love with. The INFP will only see the good in the relationship, neglecting to see the bad and painful things which likely made them incompatible. At first, their mind can only see the heartache, not allowing them to see the logical reasons why breaking up probably made sense and is for the best. These might be the logical reasons why breaking up probably made sense and is for the best. This might be the initial steps for the INFP, but that doesn't mean they are incapable of moving on. They simply need to take the time to feel their emotions before they can begin to rebuild and see things how they truly are. They feel things so deeply, and because of this, they might need a little more time to move on from their breakup. For the INFP, it is important to allow themselves to feel these things without being ashamed of their responses. Some people might appear more together after a breakup, but that is simply because they are burying their emotions. The INFP wears their heart on their sleeves without even meaning to. This is simply part of who they are. Because of these deep and meaningful emotions, the INFP seems to struggle with breakups at first. Letting go. INFPs are surprisingly capable of letting go after a breakup. They just don't do this right away. When they start to move on and work towards picking themselves up again, they can find ways of letting go of the past. The INFP simply needs to go through the process which feels natural to them. And at first, that means holding on to those feelings and the love they felt. While they need to take each step towards moving on, the INFP can let go when the time is right for them. The more surprising or sudden the breakup, the more time it takes them to process their feelings and figure out how they can move on and move forward with their lives. Best ways to heal. For the INFP, it is important not to neglect their emotions. Instead, they need to take time to just feel what they are feeling. It is more than okay to take some time to sulk and allow those feelings to settle in. Ignoring their emotions only prolongs the pain for the INFP. And so, they must take the time to feel it. They might want to be alone for a while, thinking about the memories and crying over and saying goodbye. While this might seem depressing to some people, for the INFP it is part of the process. They need some sort of catharsis and even to just spend a while crying and allowing their emotions to be expressed outwardly. INFPs also benefit from having loved ones who are willing to hear them talk about the situation. Expressing those feelings toward someone who won't show judgment and who will be there with a supporting hand is truly meaningful for the INFP. They might even want time to vent eventually, time to explain about the ex and find ways to unload what they are feeling. They need friends who can listen and help them experience this step without trying to push them to move on right away. INFPs will move on. They just need to go through this time of really experiencing their own emotions before they can let go. It can be important for the INFP to take some time to dive into the physical world. They can become so caught up in their emotions and their inner minds that they forget about the world around them. Taking time to really be immersed in nature or go out and experience things firsthand is an important step in the healing process, especially for the INFP. This is when the INFP needs to start focusing on themselves again and uncover the things they are most passionate about. Taking this time to dive into their inner desires is going to help the INFP see hope for their future and realize how much they have to offer the world. This also helps the INFP realize that they are going to find someone who appreciates them, someone they can share themselves with when the time is right. This sense of hope is important for everyone, but it is especially important for the INFP dreamer. Imagining their futures and the potential they have is one of the more important steps in the healing process. When the INFP starts to see their potential future and the things they can achieve and the people they can connect with, they become more open to moving on and letting go of the past. That is it from us. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give us a like and share it with your friends. Also, if you have any comments or suggestions, make sure to scribble them in the comment box below. Subscribe to the Personality Guru for more amazing videos. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to stay updated with our content. See you in the next video.